Hello and welcome. My nothing was working. I was pressing buttons. I wanted the countdown, and the countdown didn't work. How are you all? So I hope you're all doing really, really well. Hello and welcome to the live stream tonight. So hello to Gail, Diamond Crystal Arts, Totally Clueless, Feel the Love, and sorry if I've missed anyone. Ben, yeah, and Gail, yeah. So yes, as I said, as a Victorian, I have great sympathy for the people of New South Wales. And however, as a Victorian, I am sort of smiling because we kept getting told how incompetent our government was and that they wanted the gold standards. So I'm quite happy with my incompetent government. So I wanted to show you, let's just start off the bat. Here is Nightbot. What do you reckon? There's Nightbot. Okay, Sarah, how are you? Yeah, so thumbs up. Hello, Trigger Happy, how are you? Yes, Nightbot. I know he is handsome. I wonder if he's single. I wonder how handy he is. So yes. So Ralph looks really, really good. So yes, so today New South Wales was put into a 2-week stay-at-home order. New South Wales, yes, slow mode's on. It's 30 seconds. That's correct. He won't mess up the house. That's a good point. That is a good point. Yeah, so New South Wales is on a 2-week, stay-at-home order. They're not allowed to say lockdown because to say lockdown is like Victoria. She finally found she did call it a lockdown? Wow. Oh dear. She finally called it a lockdown. Wow. Now, interestingly, the Deputy Premier was already in isolation. Big, bad Bruz. Now, here is the thing. The National Party had a party last week when nobody else was allowed to have parties, that everybody that was there was classed as a close contact because one of the politicians tested positive to COVID. And so then everybody had to get tested. And Bruz was having to isolate anyway. So he had 14 days isolation. Now, interesting that the Premier was there, but apparently COVID doesn't touch premiers. Because she had a negative test and went back to work, while everybody else that was there has had to isolate for 14 days. Apparently, she doesn't need to. Oh, look, I can't watch her press conferences. It's been interesting to watch her and Dr. Kay Chant looking very annoyed in the background. I would say so. So the interesting thing is that Victoria's got 2 cases at the moment. They both came from that event. That Bruz was at. He came from this whatever. I don't even know what it was. And so by the time he got back to Victoria, and he was allowed to be there, that part of New South Wales was fine at that point in time. Victoria was fine. He was allowed to go, went for the weekend, came back. I think there's 3 cases now from that cluster that dates back to New South Wales. But the thing that is really, really interesting is that he's still oh, hello. Hello, Laurie. Welcome. Oh, look, if you want to say hello, you can. I don't. It doesn't bother. Like, it's great that you've said hello. Hello. It's great to meet you. So, but they were still saying today that the contact tracers hadn't contacted him. You're trapped. We can still go buy takeout food, but yes, poppy seeds. Hey, yeah, talking to somebody that's had 4 lockdowns. The queen of lockdowns here. I have, it's like. So I'm very sympathetic to you people in New South Wales, but I'm not very sympathetic to your government. Yes, so it was but the thing is, there was a bit of an uproar in Parliament House on Thursday because Barnaby had been there and he was at Parliament, and so all the politicians in Parliament House in Canberra were in a panic because they're going, well, you were there, and he goes, oh, but I wasn't a close contact. Oh, I forgot. So not only does COVID not affect the Premier, it doesn't affect the Deputy Prime Minister either. Okay. Yes, that was very snarky. But Bruz has been doing lots of interviews on TV from quarantine, putting on his little suit and tie for the TV. I'm going out for the first time in a year today. Cool. That sounds like fun. The interesting thing is that lockdown happens after the hearing. The very first matter for the defamation case is on putting on his little red cap. Yes. So the Bruz and FriendlyJordies matter is due on it's on the 9th. So what time on the 9th does lockdown end, by the way? And Porter's got his matter on the 5th, so his will be online. But Bruz and FriendlyJordies is due on the 9th. Midnight on the 9th, trigger happy, is it? So that means that hearing is going to have to either be delayed or it's going to have to be online as well. Isn't that interesting? 11:59. My little tinfoil hat theories, hey? Uh-huh. Or will they be allowed to do they do in-person court, or is it all online? Yeah, my little tinfoil hat theory is going on. And don't forget, Christo has his court appearance on Wednesday as well. Or supposed to. Depends. It's, my little tinfoil hat, my little brain's been ticking over. Going, the timing of this is very, very suspicious. I imagine it would all be online. For people that said that New South Wales was never going to go into a lockdown, even the Prime Minister was saying it was gold standard and there was no need for them to go into lockdown, and then Gladys has just gone into lockdown, and then it's due to expire the day that Bruz is due to court. Hello, Robin. Oh, too late. I've already responded. Osbel, a new picture for me wearing a tin hat. I think that Benford would have something to say about. Okay. Hello. I have to go in a minute. Okay, see you short order, cook. Well, yeah, we're just talking about the New South Wales lockdown and Joe in a cup in a tinfoil hat, touching putting with my hand in the PowerPoint. Oh boy. Yes, my little tinfoil hat's going, interesting. Are they trying to delay the matter? Oh, it's a mathematics rule, is it? Well, here's the thing, right? Queensland, WA, and Victoria have all had the Delta variant. Every single state, those three states, and I know they're all Labor governments, those three states have all stated how fast that variant goes and why it was important to get on top of it before it spread. Right? 3 states. And then I hear Gladys say, oh, the variant's going faster than what we anticipated. No. We all know what the variant's like. So, well, we can finally have crowds again, which we're really good about. There's, other places in disarray at the moment. Unfortunately, some of the Australian rules football team fled to Sydney to get out of Melbourne. Now they're stuck in Sydney. Oh dear, Gladys. Yes, well, I mean, when you get the Prime Minister telling you what a great job you're doing, what else are you going to do? I reckon ScoMo was pushing Gladys not to go into lockdown because there was a big hill. Oh, is there? Well, there was. And I think they're a few days too late, in my opinion, just from what I've seen of this variant. So anyway, it's just my opinion. As I said, Victoria is very experienced in this. Yeah. But I have to say, I do like lockdown because I live on a busy street, off a main road. It's so quiet, and I really like it. I don't like it when the cars are buzzing down. You reckon they're a week late, John Fox? Yeah, I reckon they're about a week late. The Delta variant has shown you only need to have seconds and this fleeting transmission. So far, all the New South Wales cases are linked to Bondi cluster, at least. Now, the interesting thing was that couple that drove from Victoria through New South Wales up to Queensland, they got fined $4,003 each from the Queensland government. They've also been fined $1,000 each from the New South Wales government for breaking COVID restrictions. South Australia has actually had to had to send people back on flights. Queensland has been turning people all around. Yeah, the $3. I know, and $3. It was $4,003. And that's why I remember it, because it was so bizarre. Gail, what's the $3 for? Queensland. It must be a Queensland tax. Yeah, WA's rejected all flights from Sydney. Well, WA, as soon as there's a case, just shuts down the border. can't get in. And that's how they've kept their cases relatively low. Tax, yeah, well, that's what I thought. It was 4,003 each. Has to be some type of tax. Maybe it was like a paper tax or something. Yeah. But New South Wales has also fined them. But was it 30 or 40 people that they turned away from the Queensland border? But what's very interesting is that a lot of Victorians have flown out the state. Big bad ad. Slow-mo has completely bungled the vaccine rollout, yes. Hello, Princess Jax. Queensland loves closing borders, so does WA. But if you remember, both of those premiers had elections while COVID were on and got in for their border policies. So I can't say much about that. Hello, Dom. How are you? So no one notices when WA's border. My kid's dad was supposed to come over in June. He's supposed to be here now, but last couple of weeks ago, and we were on slow mode, and the borders got closed. So I forgot what I was going to say. Yes. So we're just going to be the best segue here. I don't know whether you've read any of the articles on the Christian Porter dossier release. I actually did a video. I got home last night. Decided I wanted to rearrange my bed. So instead of it's this way now. So anyway, there's a big mess behind me. The bed fell apart as well when we were moving it, so we had to put it back together. Anyway, I decided I'd sit and start reading the dossier. Well, that was a mistake because I was wide awake, so I actually sat down and recorded it. And it was very, very shocking. Very detailed account of what the allegations were for Christian Porter. And these have all been released. These are all available on the federal court website. So today I recorded part of an interview between Louise Milligan, the reporter for the ABC, and Jo Dyer, her friend. And again, that was pretty shocking. However, what was even more shocking was the number of people that knew about it and didn't say anything. I got the impression, and this is just my interpretation of it, I got the impression that everybody in Parliament knew, except Christian Porter himself, that everybody would talk about it. No one actually went to him and said, hey, mate, who's Kate? So nobody had approached him. Do I ever question... do I ever question... well, I don't like the Greens, to be perfectly honest with you. Labor have their moments. At the moment, I'm talking at the moment, well, it's the federal government. The federal government is LNP, first of all. So I like Penny Wong. I don't like Anthony Albanese. I like Bill Shorten. So I feel like it's more likely that no one approached him on the record. Somebody in his party would have absolutely given him... Well, but see, he said, when he did his statement when this first came up, he said that no one had spoken to him about it. And this is the bit that I don't understand. Why would nobody have spoken to him about it? And at the moment, for me, this matter is not about what party somebody is in or is about. This is about what's a culture where something's happened to a young lady and there should be justice. Even with Brittany Higgins. Even even on the Brittany Higgins stuff. We still don't know anything about what happened to her other than it happened. When we're talking about SA, sorry, everybody, I'm going to go into that topic. I really apologise. So I need to put a trigger warning there. But when we're talking about any type of SA or any type of harassment, party lines are down. There should be no party lines. It's John Fox is right, it's about morals. It's got to be about morals. Okay, yeah, not on the record. If there were records, it would have come out, but private side conversations between two people, no one's going to come out and say it was them. Okay, yeah. But I just got the feeling from the two lots of documentation that I've read today, there was lots of nods and, elbowing, but there was no straight out. And the other thing is that Kate believed there would be other women. So Tiger Lily's having a fit over my sped up voice. So there are some things where party lines just don't come into it with certain things. For corruption as well, anything that is illegal, I don't care what party you're at. I just have a hard time when it's an allegation. If you watch the video, if you watch the video I did today, this comes up with Joe Dyer, and it came up a lot in the. It came up in the real against institutions, against children, that what they do is it comes out when they're older because they're in a position to be able to deal with what's happening with them. That a lot of people are older. I don't have an explanation about that. But see, there's another allegation now about Craig McLaughlin from his time in the UK as well. So, as Albo said, if we lose members due to federal ICAC, so be it. We expect our politicians to be above, we used to be able to look up to our politicians and aspire to be like them and go, we want to be like them. But instead, we consider that to be only the lowest of the low becomes politicians. I'm sorry if I offend any politicians out there. We don't think that we expect them to be dishonest. We expect them to line their own pockets. We expect them to be dishonest because this is what they've built. It'd be really good to have politicians and a parliament that actually cared about the people that represented them rather than their own pockets. That's just my soapbox stuff. But so anyway, I'm only up to Exhibit 6 of 15, so there's more exhibits to go. The court case for this is on the 5th. Is it on the 5th? is on the 5th of July, when they're going to start fighting over whether it should be whether they should be suppressed. So I'm going to try and get them all out before that time, just in case they come down. You totally agree, yeah. It'd be good to have people with integrity, and I'm sure there are people with integrity in there. It's just we need ones with brains like Barry Jones. But the culture drives away quality, capable people from contributing. That's right. That's true. Here in America, kids used to want to be the president. Many used to strive for it. Now, if you ask them, they say, well, that's right. Imagine politics that put in place policies and safety bets that cared for people long-term instead of flashy stuff to get them elected. Yes. And imagine not having to wait for an election year to get funding. Imagine having an issue that was really, really important that was actually funded for properly. Politicians used to behave in honour when they were caught up. It's up to us, like the people, to account, like the FJ stuff. We do have a right to hold them to account. And this was part of Kate's thing. Christian Porter, these allegations, according to Kate's account, Christian Porter had always aspired to be Prime Minister. Now, he was I never liked him when he was the Treasurer of WA. I didn't like him then. Then he went to federal politics. Then he got to Attorney General, and he was always touted as somebody that could be a Prime Minister material. And she felt that he didn't deserve to have that. Well, I would like there to be no political donations. Hello. Oh, there's a video coming out tomorrow from Plan to Create. Yay! I've been waiting for Plan to Create. By the way, Plan to Create has a big sale on her Etsy store. I'll put it there. Go have a look. She waited until I'd bought. No, she had it planned for ages. I just timed it wrong. It was just like, I read it today and I went, oh! Let me get that for you. I'll get you the link for her Etsy store. Go check it out. I really like it, by the way. You'd still have to look. Nobody wants to nobody wants to give up. Yep. So Plan to Create does planning videos with planners. Sometimes I wonder if these are a sign of people being braver to report conduct. Well, it's interesting because in the interview with Joe Dyer today, that whole discussion came up about how it's victims are more likely to be believed. You've got to think in the 80s. If you think about the time of the 80s, there was a time where for a woman, if you wore something the wrong way, or if you had a bit too much to drink, or this, that, and the other, you'd be deemed to have encouraged them. And so I've just pinned Plan to Create's website to the top of the page too. That's what I was doing there. That you would have said that it was deemed that you have encouraged them. And so we've come such a long way that women are now starting to feel brave enough to speak out. Hello, Mama Duke. So that's how that's what it was like when I was growing up in the 80s, 90s too, was that you didn't wear anything that was going to provoke somebody. Well, that's right, Dom, because in the interview with Joe Dyer, a part of it was that a lot of the guilt that Kate had felt was the fact that she had drunk. She was 16. And she kissed him. So she felt that people would think that she encouraged him. So, oh, wow. See, Mama G, that's and this is the thing, you've got a high-ranking politician versus somebody, like a nobody on the street. She was a historian. Apparently, she kept really good records. In the dossier that I went through yesterday, she had kept detailed notes. So, you know that national senator the other day that there was speculation whether she was maggoted. It's almost like crappy society. Oops. Views have caused horrible attitudes and outcomes, but when exposed, the individual society as a whole won't own part. No, they won't own the part they play. There have been studies about people who seek political power. Yes, there are, but also people who crave power. Yeah. So that video I did on that woman that got maggoted, that said that it was all a ploy because they were going to not pre-select her. She didn't get pre-selected. The mayor of that young girl, Jacinta, the name, she got the pre-selection. The person that it was predicted would get pre. So that lady is not being. She's not being pre-selected. So pre-selected means that if they vote above the line and the party gets the pick, the party picks the person and she won't be their first pick. Sue McMahon is her name. She lost pre-selection. Yeah. But what do we do in the court case of where we've got this historic thing? I've been seeing lots of people now saying that they believe Kate. But she's not here. She's no longer here to see this through. And that's the sad part. I also heard today that they're putting the homeless people in hotels in Northern Territory, in New South Wales. So from today as well. So this is the West Australian. They are playing party games like they did. Or didn't they put Morrison in that safe seat? All right. Yeah, too bad her parents didn't believe her, Sarah Lovestone. So it says women's election vote. So this was today. Northern Territory Senator Sam McMahon lost her country Liberal Party's pre-selection battle with Deputy Jacinta Price in a blow to the Nationals. So she will now run, Miss Price will now run as the top candidate in the Senate. The senator said she'd been diagnosed with severe hypertension on Thursday with symptoms including fatigue, vertigo, and dizziness. I was unwell several times during the week, including Tuesday night, and the others have chosen to use that for their political game and link events which should have not been linked. The media has allowed themselves to be manipulated. She also said concerns raised earlier this week about a toxic culture in her office had already been dealt with. So there you go. The media is now manipulated. Well, And that's the thing. Nobody knows what happened to Kate. So this, there's a lot of them that shouldn't be in Parliament. Look at, Price. So Price, Jacinta Price, has won the pre-selection at the next election. I actually like her. So I just think it's really sad. I think the sad thing is for Kate that she felt that she'd done all that she could. Apparently, the last there was a handwritten letter attached to everything that said that she had spent all her money. She had given everything. She just couldn't do it anymore. Yeah, Jacinta Price. Yeah. So. Yeah. Yeah, it's horrifying. I just found the whole thing really, really sad, and it's been very difficult to read. Yeah. So I think the rest of the part of the exhibits are accounts from other people, other story accounts from other people that she spoke to. I mean, Jacinta Price is campaigning for the Senate against her own seat. Yes, I know, isn't it? I don't think so, John Fox. Yeah, own colleague, yeah. Yeah, she's the deputy mayor of Alice Springs at the moment. So she's spoken up against some of the Indigenous activists, and yeah, it's been very interesting. I do like some of her stuff. No, I don't think so. I don't think our republic's got anything to do with the problems we've got. And don't forget, Barnaby has his own issues. He still has the Western Australian national leader said that those sexual harassment claims from years ago have never been dealt with. They've just been swept under the carpet. That's a woman. A woman, National Party leader, has denounced Barnaby Joyce's position. So she's got no respect for him. So that, and we know with the Brittany Higgins issue, what came out of that is there's a whole pile of stuff. And there was also Michaelia Cash when questioned, and I can't remember what it was about, but she threatened to disclose all the dirt from the Labor Party. I'm sure both sides are just as guilty, but they need to keep their mind on the job. Has anyone seen that TV show British Empire? It's hilarious. You have no respect for Joyce because it's this guy, British, but everything's a disaster around him, and he's actually the problem. But he can't see himself as a problem. But he's like, he has really high standards, and he always talks about the fact that They should be focusing on the job than worshipping the temples, other people's temples. That's what they need to be doing. They need to be using the prayer room to pray, not the horizontal tango. I feel sad for where all these allegations leave good men in general, though. Well, I mean, I guess the prison's full of good, of innocent people for whatever reason until their day's heard in court. And I think that for me is the saddest thing, is that we will never know the truth. And that's why I was sort of surprised. That's right. That's why I was surprised he mediated, because I would have thought that if he was, that this would have been a way to clear his name. So, and now the fact that he's trying to get all of this evidence, all of these documents permanently suppressed, I knew it was horrific. And we still don't, I mean, they've redacted, we don't even have everything because it's been deemed, not in the public interest to release all of it. That's right. Yes, we did. We did do that. Yes, there was some issues around. That's right. How do we teach our boys to be men? I installed the wrong allegation. But remember, they are allegations. They're not being proven, and that's really what the purpose of the court is, to feed through whether there's proof or no proof. Kate's story is rather compelling. And other than Porter saying he was there and denying it, he's not given any other details about that. So, I don't know what this alias thing, I've got to look at that. It's definitely a too many voters of the party prefer not individual candidates and the individual failures and histories. Well, to be honest, I don't like my candidate, but I'm in a safe Labor seat, so at the end of the day, it wouldn't matter what I voted. To be honest with you, yeah. So yeah, so that's about all I've got for all of that stuff. I don't think, unless there's something else that you want to remind me that. No, yeah, I'll have to have a look at it and see what it is. Is there anything else somebody wants to talk about before I get onto Katie Joy? I believe it starts with teaching children to respect and value all people, which is really hard when your government don't respect and value all people. Hello, Karen Bluebird. I've got something for you. Karen Bluebird. So you come in, and if I've got something for you, here you go, Karen Bluebird. So there you go. That's you. I hope you like it. Oh, that's an Osbell. She's been busy even all over the weekend. My disc. It's the best one. It is. It's beautiful, isn't it? Really bright blue. Um, I think. Oh, I'm going to get myself into trouble here. I'm going to say anyway. I think sometimes. I think extreme feminism has to do with a lot of it. I'm not saying feminism in general. I'm saying extreme feminism, because there are men that don't know where they stand. They don't want to be accused of doing something when and I'm all for equality, but I'm not for putting down one to raise the other up. So, you know, I want people that can do a job, not someone that is there because we have to match a quota. That's just my opinion. As I said, I'm gonna get myself into trouble. And that's the thing. Not all men are the same. That's the thing. Well, I tell you what, John Fox, you can open the door for me. What's not equality? The pushing down of somebody for the raising somebody up, pushing down somebody else. Yeah. I just feel, and I've seen it. I've seen it happen to somebody who says that they're a feminist, where they've put down the man to make themselves look good, and I hate it. I absolutely hate it. That's not equality. So yeah, to me, that's not equality. And as I said, I don't want YouTube growth because I'm a woman. I want to have YouTube growth because of who I am, my personality, my intelligence, my gorgeous looks. But you know what I mean. It's so. And I also think that single parent households, male or female, also has been a part of that problem too, because now we've got people being surrounded. How do I teach my son to be a man? Yes, that's right. I mean, a man can be you can have a man that's a sexist pig, but that doesn't mean that all men are sexist pigs. It depends. Yeah, I don't know what happened. So, you know. And yeah, slow mode is on, so every 30 seconds. So, yes, equality and making a statement. So I'm all for equality. Just like if a father wants to stay home and raise the child, and the mother or the other parent goes out and work, that should be just as embraced as if it was a woman staying home. But unfortunately, it's not. Oh, hello, DJ Ruin87. How are you? But I think yeah. Oh, Bo! Cool. Bo, I got something for you too. Everyone's getting excited because every time someone comes in, they go, "Hey, I've got something for you." It means we've got a picture coming. Uh, okay, Bo, you ready? I love this. I love this, Bo. There you go, Bo. Look. Look at the little kitties. The little kitties. Oh, look. Saves cats. All the kitties. Oh, there you go. Got a couple of kitties, and you're in your cat suit. Judgment of any kind teaches children not to respect certain categories of people, which in turn creates an opportunity to question your value. Yeah. And I think that's what we've got as a society at the moment. We've got a society of people that are questioning. Oh, trigger happy. I've stalled again, unfortunately. Um, I lost 4 today. Unless they've all come back up again. Like they go up and down. But remember, the content that I'm doing, or the 2 videos that I've done in the last 24 hours, I made 18 plus, and also got their class is limited, and so they're not going to get into the algorithm. That's right. So what we'll have to do is I'll have to, if you're in the Discord, I'll put them in the Discord and you can get them from there and save them. But yeah, you'll have your own avatars. Still ahead of schedule, says Tom. Okay, cool. But look, I've decided. Well, one of the things that I've decided to sort of do is that it's the content that matters more so than 69. Oh dear. It's the content that matters more so than anything. I know I was on 50 subs, Tom, right at the start. Hey, and then Katie Joy called me out, and suddenly I was on 200. It was like, wow. I think she called me crazy. I think. Mm, I think she called me crazy, and then that was the end of that. Oh dear. Yeah. So uh, we'll have to dye our hair orange. Thank you, Robin. Yeah, it's content over more than anything else. But you think of all the stories that aren't told because people are going, oh, that's not going to get seen, or no one's going to watch that, or this is going to go by the wayside. We need to have the stories there. Oh, I have a few more than 200, and I think that I'm still the same person as I was when I had 200. uh, so yeah. So has anyone been keeping up with the Britney stuff? I know she did, didn't she? She said I was crazy or something. How I see it on YouTube streets, one stays with the creative person irrespective of ordinary content. You haven't been keeping up with no, neither have I, but a little bit, says Mama Duke. Well, I know Katie Joy has had the have to go get a channel going myself. It seems to be really easy to do, John Fox. But yeah, it's funny. I haven't kept up with it. No, I really haven't either. But I just posted a screen grab from Bruz on Twitter. Really? All right, let's have a look. Let's have a look at what's Bruz. It is just. I'm sorry. I shouldn't. I'd be laughing when we're talking about Britney, but I've just seen it. I'm just going to show you this. Then we'll get back to Britney. Says John Barilaro says, despite the growing risk of COVID-19 in Greater Sydney, we will not be giving up our right to host the State of Origin decider. I've spoken to PV Landis and indicated we could host the game in Newcastle if health advice recommends it not be held in Sydney. And someone says, priorities. Had any comedians arrested for laughing at you this week? Yeah. Had any young comedians arrested this week? That was funny. I'm going to assume that person's going to be blocked. But yeah, the Britney situation is very sad. I haven't seen the updated one. Discord is just a place where we can go and chat. So I actually do have a Discord. And so that's where we can, yeah. But look, it seems to be more and more people are being exposed, I guess. Totally. Yeah. Well, see, I have trouble with this whole FBI thing, and as well. I mean, I know in Australia they're putting some pretty strong laws at the moment. Hey, you can get arrested. Look what happened to Christo. But Saltsy had some stuff to say on Twitter. He was getting a bit annoyed. That's all right. Nightbot's got it, I think. Oh, what is that for? Is there a command for that? You think it needs to be updated? I know why it didn't. I know the one that's having trouble working. It's the Discord one. All right. All right. Yeah. Oh yeah, I think Nightbot's broken Discord. They do have to be refreshed regularly. Yeah. Yeah. So it's really sad, but I don't like, again, there's certain topics I don't talk about because it's just you know where I'm going with this. Oh, where are we? It's not her. Sorry, the media was actually really nice to Bruz when he was talking from isolation earlier today. Oh, what I also find very interesting with all the lockdowns Victoria has, none of our politicians have actually had to go into isolation. So, what I found, and there's a Tom is right. The media is scared to mention Christo. Mama G, totally clear. This is correct. The fact that she was forced to have birth control was pretty horrifying. So, all right. So we've got here. We're going to look at her Twitter first. And then I've got something to talk about, and I'll explain why why I haven't got involved in the whole Nat thing. So my dad traffic controlled and forced me to work. So she's onto this trafficking, but I don't know that that's what trafficking is. All right, then we've got here, it's too late to say this, way too late. Your words mean nothing. After what we saw today, we should be supporting Britney. So she's having to go at Justin Timberlake. I did a video calling it a conspiracy. Sloan, please let it go. I changed my mind. More than one person can talk about this topic. I changed my position in October. Leave me alone and go to your successful channel. Your views are great and I'm irrelevant to you. My stance on Britney Spears' conservatorship changed in October 2020. People are allowed to change their minds. I'm not jumping on the bandwagon. I made a video, then publicly stated her father should be removed and she should be free. Katie Spears' $60 million fortune dragged by dad and lawyers fighting to keep unnecessary conservatorship. Asking for a friend. I have messages. Anyway, I can't see that one. All right. This you, little Miss Noble, because more than a year ago you said I'm always watching and don't F with me or I'll do worse. All I did was delete my DMs to you because you scared the out of me. Okay, but this isn't even true. Why don't you tell the full story, Katie? Stop making sock puppets. I heard about the Andrew O'Keefe trial too. Andrew O'Keefe at the moment is not able to stand trial at the moment due to mental illness. The judge ruled. I read that. I was going to do a now. This little Miss Noble and is a bit of a worry as well because she's accused somebody. Oh yes, Beers fans are coming for Katie. They really are. What has really upset that is that she's actually accused somebody that is actually. So she called out somebody. She called out Little Miss Noble and accused her of being somebody else, and she's not that person. So where are we? So here we go. I'm going to do. All right, there's a whole Twitter thing here from the Salts. All right. So there's been a whole pile of speculation over the Nat thing. So Salts has now got involved. Says maybe you missed the vast public message expressions of gratitude, thousands of private messages expressing the same, the private help we provided those that were attacked, the private information we gave creators about investigation, and countless hours of phone calls with people. The issue is people are interfering with a criminal investigation and demanding public answers that cannot be given. They are compromising the investigation. No one is entitled to interfere with us finding those that threaten my children and use their images in pornography. Then there are those among you that we caught manipulating Nat, trying to get her to cooperate in the filing of false state bar complaints and the criminal reports with the FBI. We know who these people are. They continue to comment about this subject and spread false information. So please forgive me if you think we've not shown the community enough gratitude. Those that deserve it have received it and will continue to do so. We will continue to investigate those that don't. So that's what Salts has come out and said. So the reason why I haven't commented on that thing is because it is an investigation. There's an investigation going on. And what I'm seeing is the community fighting against each other. And we've forgotten what our cause is. We've forgotten the reason of why we're all community. And that was to hold Katie Joy accountable. And so while we're fighting and bickering, she's going along her merry way, doing what she wants. Because he had those threats himself. Well, so do I, Dom. So do I. Sounds like he's sick of everyone and wants to get back to his real life. I think so. And let them do their job. So I've stayed out of it. The other thing is that people are getting hurt. People are saying things they shouldn't say. Then someone gets offended. They get on and they do a video because they didn't like that, and it just is never ending. I think the worst part is that Katie Joy today named Little Miss Noble as somebody who was stalking and harassing, but it was somebody else who has left the community. It was years ago. And while we're making accusations and saying, well, you're this and you're that, or you're working for Katie, or you're giving Katie information, we've got to remember that they're real people as well. And at one point in time, we all had the common goal of calling out Katie Joy, and we need to get back to that common goal of calling out Katie Joy. I'm going to show you something, and I hope she doesn't mind me showing it. This is Little Miss Noble. Now, Katie Joy called her out in that tweet to say that she was her stalker and harasser. But I want to show it to you because this is what happens when we start turning on each other. And then once I've said my bit tonight, we just move. I'm not saying my. I'm saying my bit. I'm saying this to just try and get everyone to refocus. I don't care who's right, who's wrong. I don't care who said what's happened. We need to just get back onto our focus. So this is Little Miss Noble, all right? And this is going to break your heart. I will warn you, this is going to break your heart. Yes, I think so. Yeah, I think so. All right. So this is, as I said, this is Little Miss Noble, and I'm going to play it. I hope she doesn't mind me playing it. But if you are friends with her on Twitter, or if you see her around, give her some love because she needs it. She doesn't. But all we're doing is we're hurting each other, and we shouldn't be hurting each other. Okay. Yeah. So this is a trigger warning. Thank you, Gail. You're on it. It's almost as if you've seen it. Oh, and don't place me on a pedestal. I don't want to be on a pedestal.
I felt I had to make a video because I don't know. I have to get it all out there because I'm frustrated. I'm hurt. I'm annoyed. I'm sad. I'm pissed off. There's just so much that's going through my mind right now. And I want to be open. I want to be honest with you guys because that's who I've been. And one thing that has bothered me for now, I would say for a while, is can I trust the people that I have made friends with in this community? What was shown to me was literally like, I can only trust myself.
The other thing is, it does. Little Miss Noble has been a friend as well, so you've got to take that. Oh, really? That's nice. Thank you, John. But I don't get involved. I don't like getting involved, but this broke my heart. This story broke my heart, and I want to share it because I'm hoping people are going to realize that this is what we're doing to each other. And let's put our focus back on calling out Katie Joy, because today she was showing pictures of the Josh's kids again, and I don't like that.
And that's such a sad thing because to me, I value friendships so much, and with what happened, I'm so disheartened, and I'm hurt, and I'm upset, and like I said, I could go on and on. But for those that have reached out to me and have said, you know, I'm so sorry this is happening. You know, I believe you. I hope you're doing okay. I want to say thank you because legitimately you guys have shown me that your true colors, and you guys have a huge heart, and
so she's been criticised for standing up for Nat, which, as I said, Nat's been a friend of hers. So you always would stand up for your friends. So, as I said, I don't want to take sides, but I want you to just want to see. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to show you something else after this too.
I just want to say thank you for that. There was one person in the community that actually.
So this is Little Miss Noble. Just before I showed a Twitter of Katie Joy accusing Little Miss Noble of being her stalker and harasser for years. And my point is that she has, first of all, it's not true. The person that she accuses this person of being actually comes and dispels that. So I've got her video too. Koala, I think it's Koala something, is who she's accusing the Miss Noble of being. So she's saying, yeah. Because we're too busy fighting amongst ourselves, Gail. That's why, in my opinion. Well, that's the thing.
Went ahead and sent me a message. And it really hit me home. It really hit hard. And I kind of want to read it. But I'm not going to reveal who was this message. It says, I've said for years, someday someone will. They said, take some time away, hun. I mean it. Take a couple days away from all this. I saw your video. You aren't mad. But you are also not.
They've also accused her of being that as well. So she's been accused of a few things.
Strong and confident. You're beat down and worn out. No one can blame you. You have had so many emotionally draining rough rides through this. You need some time, or you need some you time. Please, I want you to be okay. I want to see the proof in the video. Again. Go do something for you today. Get outside, just get away from this BS and try to clear your head. I care about you. That really.
And this is the havoc, that she causes. And this is what I'm wanting to show everybody. This is what we're, let's go back and regroup. And
that did it for me. Because it's absolutely right. I'm not that strong, confident person. I watched that video and I thought, holy crap, I was sassy.
I know she's very quiet. I can't make it any louder. So my point is, while we're attacking each other, we're destroying. And the other, hello, Wind Whispers. The other thing is that All Things Sassy came back and lasted all of an hour or so, and then she's disappeared again. So I'm just saying, let's regroup, and and this is the main reason why I'm staying out of it, because I just don't like. I can't. This just hurts me.
But I'm gonna tell you guys the truth. Why I'm not. I've kept it hidden.
Yeah. So she's been all right.
Some of you
So the context of this video is that KJ accused her of being somebody she wasn't. She's defended. So there's been lots of, isn't that real or fake? And she's a friend of Nat, so she's been defending Nat a little bit. And then, so she's been accused of the stalker. So she's just done this to say she can't take any more of it. She's just fed up with it. Plan to create, that's a good point. Everybody's a stalker. So then she was accused of being that. And then there's been all these accusations around, and she's been defending herself. And she's about to tell you why. And it's a big mess. And so I think KJ, I'm not saying it's all on Katie. Yes, this isn't all on Katie. There needs to be wider acceptance of responsibility in this situation. A lot of grown people, yes, I think so. That's the simplified version, I think, Poppy Seeds. There's a lot more of that. But so All Things Sassy has admitted that she did tell Katie about her conversation with Nat. So then she's been called a mole and all sorts of things. So there's all sorts of things going on. And as I said, I just want to show that this is what's happening to people. This is a real life emotion. She's actually going to tell you what's going on in her life. She's about to say something that's going on in her life, which is why she's not coping very well with how she's handling things at the moment. And I think this is really important, that we've got to remember that sometimes the people that we're having goes at, even Katie, sometimes may not be in the right place. That's why I've always been very careful about what I say about her. I call the action. So anyway, so let's have a listen.
I raised my nephews for 10 plus years.
She's saying she's raised her nephews for the last 10 years. I think so. I think so, Wind Whispers. I'm not sure. But this going to YouTube because someone says something about you, I think we've got to just stop that and just calm down. Hey, when people said nasty stuff about myself and my mods and my channel the other day, I could have done a video about it, but I've just let it just ride. There's no point. With Nat and the accusations, I'm slowly retracting from the anti-Kate. Well, so am I, Just Dom. I have to say, that's why I don't really, yeah.
Fairly recently, my oldest nephew turned 18. And I knew when he did, he was going to go and be with his older brother. And, when they were separated, when they were very young, I felt like I was so happy, that they were getting to reunite again. What hurts is I feel like I failed. I feel like a complete and total failure, and I've actually been feeling this way. My nephew turned 18. He went with his parents that are drug addicts. He He's already in trouble. He's already doing drugs, high drugs. They tried even taking a man's truck. And they're on the run. Him and his parents. And his stupid other aunt wants his social security numbers. And it's so...
I don't know. It's kind of like being in school. I know. Hey, I've never been a cool kid, so I'm okay. I don't care about that club. So I don't know if you picked it up. She said she's raised her nephews for the last 10 years. The oldest, the 18-year-old, decided to leave home, hook up with the older brother, and is now back with his parents, who are drug addicts and now committing crimes. And they've just stolen a car and they're on the run from the law. So that's the context of this.
Because he just turned into an adult and he had 8 scholarships lined up. He only had 4 more months till he was graduating from school. I was just like, what did I do? What did I say? That's my nephew. I failed. I literally failed. It is so hard. I'm trying to be strong for the other 3 and I'm just like, I can't. It's all I can think about is when the overdoses. And then I have everybody in the community hating on me, saying you're a damn hacker. Look, I don't know shit about hacking. I don't know any of that. I was able to talk to my friend because I wanted to figure out, like, just like everybody else, what is going on. And to be honest, you guys, it's not even hacking that's happening, it's spoofing. Which I didn't even know what that was. I'm not this tech genius. And hacking is a bunch of coding, apparently, which I don't know anything about that, unless it's like, I don't know, Windows 95 stuff. And even then, like, my sister would be better at that than me. I don't know that stuff. I'm not that. And that is my friend. And there are things, I'm going to be honest, there are things that I went to my friend who worked for the government for 10 years, that he knows things. And I said, I don't know what to do because all these hacking attempts, I was threatened myself and I got sick and tired of it. It was like, this has been going on. And Salts keeps on saying that the FBI are investigating. So I went to him and I was like, is this true? Because, like, nothing's happening. He advised to me that if the FBI was investigating since January, things would have been happening. Things would have been going on behind the scenes. And that's when I was like, this is really, really strange. Like, what is happening? The only thing that I can purely 100% say is, yes, I myself went to the FBI. Why? Because I was sick and I was tired of all the threats that every single person was getting. It didn't matter if it was Charlotte. It didn't matter if it was Suzanne. It didn't matter if it was me. It didn't matter if it was Nat. I wanted it just because I was sick and I was tired of it. Because nobody deserves to ever be hacked. Nobody deserves to ever be afraid, because I've had that fear a very long time ago. And I don't ever want that for anybody. So for all of you out there saying, I'm the hacker, fuck you, because I'm not. I don't know how to hack. I don't know how to... the fuck? Some technology I don't even know. I'll be honest, I don't. I'm a normal person. I have a job. I have 3 cats. I live like it's so dumb to me. And you know what? Whoever sent me that message, thank you. I just want to say thank you because you really opened my eyes to what is really important today. I hung out with my nephews, and for the first time, I was happy. I was seriously happy, and watching them ask me for ice cream, and then, of course, my one nephew, he finds a bottle of whipped cream, puts that on the top, and I was like, I miss these moments. And I'm over here just worrying about what people think about me. Why? Why do I care?
It's little Miss Noble, Vedandra.
I don't. I don't anymore. I want that person I was. I want to be that sassy person. I want to have that confidence. And I know now that I need to work on myself because I'm not happy. I feel still like a failure, and I'm probably always going to feel that way. And I'm so scared to see my nephew because I know what his dad looks like all tricked up. And I just
Okay, so that was little Miss Noble, okay? So just to reiterate, she's been accused of a lot of stuff, the hacking, and KJ called her out as another stalker today. Let me just pull up the tweet again. So to show you. My heart did break watching that, and look, I wanted to share it because I want everybody to realize that when we start calling people hackers or we start calling people moles or this type of stuff, we don't know what's going on else in their lives. So this is what she wrote on Twitter. This you, little Miss Noble, because more than a year ago you said I'm always watching and don't F with me or I'll do worse. All I did was delete my DMs to you because you scared me. Oops, I don't want to do that. So that's not what I wanted to do. So that's what that is. However, the person that she also called a sock account is this person. All right, so this is hello, Aunt Lizzie. Now, this is the actual person KJ should have been talking about, but when she called KJ out for it, KJ referred to her as a sock account. So Little Miss Noble has copped a lot of flack. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a different person today. Every day it's a different person. So this is the person. They're swearing in this too.
I'm tipsy, and I'm just trying to have a good night with my fiance, and this shit pops up. I just want to make it clear. Katie is trying to say that she deleted her messages because I scared her. She's a complete liar. She just is. She's a liar. She deleted her messages first, and then the voice messages came after. If she wants to lie, we can play this game. If she wants to play this game, we can play this game. I'm trying to remain calm and chill. I have been out of the anti-Katie community for a very long time. I've made enemies because I was out of the community for a very long time. So it's just very frustrating that I'm being told that I'm just doing stuff that I'm not. Get over yourself. Go to therapy. Feel better about yourself. Go out and do things. Make friends. Find a hobby. I don't really know Katie, Joy, Paulson, but you know what? You need to get it together. You're not an investigator if you think that I'm one person that I'm not. And I just want to say, fuck you.
Okay, there you go. Well, I'm glad that you're all saying that you're getting sick of it, because I'm getting sick of it too, to be honest with you. So I have to say I'm getting sick of it too. That's why I've gone on to politics. That was Koala somebody. When she was in the community, she was named as Koala somebody. But she called Katie out. Yeah. It's bizarre. I think we're all burned out on it. I think so. Yeah. Well, I don't know whether you know, my time that I spend talking about her gets less and less and less each live we do, because there's just nothing. Oh, thank you, Ellie. You prefer politics? Cool. I'm happy, particularly if you're happy to talk to me. I don't know much about American politics or anything else, so Australian politics is all I know. As long as you don't get bored with Australian politics, because at the moment we seem to have clowns running the circus. Cool. I know you prefer politics to get happy. Oh, what I want to show you, though, something very interesting in my channel stats. I heard about that. American politics. I heard about that. I was actually going to look that story up, Laura. I was reading that I wasn't sure what his portfolio was, but I'd heard that the UK minister had been caught having an affair. Oh, except yeah. Not enough Australian political commentary on, yeah. I wanted to show you my analytics, because my analytics have taken a big, interesting turn. Oh, look, and with Katie Joy, it's like every day it's a different person. I think, look, I'm wondering whether lockdowns just sent everybody, I'm wondering whether COVID just sent everybody crazy. That's what I'm wondering, if that's because... Oh, I think so. Look, I can keep calling her out, but I think we're just going to waste our breath in a lot of the times. But I'm happy to move on if you guys are happy to move on, because I tell you, I just want to show you something from my analytics, because it's been very, very interesting. This is it. Well, look at this, is very interesting. So in the last 28 days, my channel has switched. my channel has switched. I've got the 99% of my channel is watched by men and only 31 by women. We want to leave the poison behind. Oh, yes, she's the great pretender. Ooh, pretending that she's... Ooh. So there you go. I've had it. So it's been a Joe calling in all the men. I know. We went from having 2 to having lots. Oh, cool, Robin. That's good. Another music trivia night. Oh, cool. Yeah, we do need to do that. So the other thing is the age group has changed too. Look at that. The majority of my viewers now are 25 to 34. So where are they? No, there's John, there's Dom, there's John and Dom. Yeah, but they're still outnumbered. Yeah. So the main people that watch me are 25 to 34. So isn't that very interesting? Oh, there's David. Hello, David. Probably the FJ audience. That's right. But anyway, I was looking at my analytics today and I went, wow, that's just all changed. I'm 35 too, Gail. You came over for yeah, cool. Well, the other thing is that I'm not going to really talk about the FJ stuff at the moment because there's nothing to talk about until Wednesday. I don't have tickets to see FJ live, no. So you want to hear more about what I like? Oh. You're here because of my personality. Well, thank you. Oh, dear. Yeah. Well, that's right. She's not, I don't think so. I mean, I don't really watch anything she does. Although, what I will say is that they did build the pool. And they did spend some time in the pool, which I think is great. I think it's really cool. And I hope that V really likes the pool. And I don't have a cat at the moment. I was fostering for a while. I'm not fostering at the moment. I needed to have a break. So this is the photo KJ posted of them in the pool together. Oh, of her and V in the pool. Having fun, which I think is lovely. You know, I think you're ballistic. But what I found to be interesting, as long as I'm engaging, oh, cool, thank you, Trigger. You could never foster, you'd just be adopting. I've had a couple come very close to staying with me forever. Only a couple. I've had a couple of really cheeky ones that I've gone, you're going. I know, ballistic. And apparently one of the other things that she said that the pool's not big enough. So... Oh, no. Oh, no. Look at this. Oh, look. Totally clueless. I think it's going to make him happy. And I as I said, I hope he has a wonderful time. All right. It says Virgin Australia confirms positive case of COVID, Brisbane. Virgin Australia can confirm that a Sydney-based cabin crew member has tested positive to COVID after undertaking a rapid result test this evening. State and federal health authorities have been notified. The crew member is now in isolation, and Virgin Australia is rapidly contacting all team members who are close contacts. Virgin Australia is requiring those crew members to cease flying, get tested, and isolate. All passengers on the flight the crew member originated will be contacted by health authorities and advised on the correct protocol. The aircraft this crew member has flown on are being deep cleaned overnight, as are any Virgin Australia spaces the crew member visited. Virgin Australia is working with the relevant airports to ensure all public spaces are being deep cleaned. The affected crew member is a close contact of a positive COVID case from a known cluster in Sydney. Virgin Australia understands the crew member was not aware they were a close contact of a positive case until after they completed their last flight today. New South Wales Health advises that 5 flights, as outlined below, on which the crew member flew from June 24, 2021 are of concern. The crew member may have been infectious during that time. The crew member also stayed layover in Melbourne. Oh, no. On the 25th of June, staying at the Holiday Inn Express South Bank while in Melbourne. The crew member returned in hotel isolation under prescribed COVID protocols for overnighting crew members from New South Wales. The affected flights are Sydney to Brisbane, Brisbane to Melbourne, Melbourne to Sydney, Sydney to Gold Coast to Sydney. You're joking. You are joking. 25 days or something? They've been on 5 flights. Possibly positive. So that's just come out now. What do I think about lockdowns? I don't like them. However, they work, unfortunately. I'm busy. I can't afford a lockdown. Yeah. Oh, wait on. There's still more then. There's still more. That second one. Anyway, they're saying they're working with authorities. So anyway, you love lockdown. You hate your neighbours. As I said, I don't mind the short ones. The 4-month one was a bit too much for me. I was going to be crazy. I don't mind the short ones. Well, and it wouldn't affect at the moment. At the moment it's All right, let's put. I was going to say let's pull him up, but that maybe not be the word to say for him. Hancock. Oh, he breached COVID restrictions as well. Wowzers! All right, let's have a look. Matt Hancock. He's the health secretary. The jokes are hilarious. I can see that. He's the health secretary. How can he do that? All right. Matt Hancock secretary break COVID restrictions. All right. Health Secretary Matt Hancock has admitted breaching social distancing guidelines, saying, "I've let people down. I'm very sorry." His apology followed. I'm not interested. Published photos by Sun newspaper showing him with an embrace with a colleague, Gina Canalingo. The paper says the photos of the pair, both whom are married, were taken inside the Department of Health and Social Care on the 6th of May. Labor and the Liberal Democrats have said the House Secretary should be sacked. What is social distancing guidance? Social distancing workplace is not a legal requirement, but is recommended. You should keep 2 meters apart. If this is not viable, 1 meter with the risk of mitigation is possible. So on 6th of May, England was still at stage 2 of restrictions. When it came to gathering indoors, the law stated no person may participate in a gathering which consists of 2 or more people and takes place indoors. Oopsies. There was an exception for work purposes, but only if the gathering was reasonably necessary. I cannot see that exception could apply in the circumstances. Based on what we know, it seems to have been an illegal gathering. Oh, thank you, Villanova. Lovely. Thank you. Very generous. So, May 16 told Sky News, of course, there's people who have the yearning to have physical contact. You should do that carefully. On the subject of hugging, he added, the thing I'm looking forward to is hugging my mum. We'll probably do it outside and keep the ventilation going. That was the day before hugging was allowed. All right. So he got done for, so he was with a colleague. I'm just trying to find, oh yes, kissing an aide, was it? This is from the BBC. The day before hugging was allowed. Oh, no. He's the health secretary. Don't forget, Australia's got the bonk ban, which came in because of Barnaby. After kissing, this one says kissing. His wife and 3 kids. Duncan Baker became the first Tory MP to openly tell the government he should resign. Well, Labor and the COVID bereaved Families for Justice group have called him for sacked. On Friday, The Sun published pictures of Mr. Hancock and Miss who are both married with 3 children kissing. It said that they had been taken inside Department of Health, leaving the Health Secretary to say he was very sorry. Oh, really? It's not a one-off? When you undermine your own rules, you have to show the public that you understand the grand transgression you've made and you resign. When you undermine your own rules, he should come back in 12 to 18 months. But if the public don't see some type of contrition, meanwhile, the families of COVID victims warned the breach of social distancing guidelines could damage the government's message on fighting the virus. So, yes, it might have been in the prayer room. They may have been in the prayer room. Oh, really? I don't know. Tested his eyesight. So anyway. So, wow, he got himself in trouble. I tell you, between Australia, we've got British MPs breaking their COVID laws. People getting on my nerves. Says feel the love. Oh. I would actually just rather sit here and laugh about stupid politicians, to be honest with you, who keep doing stupid things. That's the same as Tim Smith, who are telling people not to social distance. Well, hey, talking about Dim Tim, there was one of his tweets going around earlier today, John, where he said New South Wales won't go into lockdown. They know how to handle the virus. They will never go into lockdown. And everyone's now tagging him and saying, yes, they won't go into lockdown. He should know better. He was the health minister. Yes, let's laugh at the politicians, the Tory. Well, don't forget that there's that Canadian one that was getting changed while Parliament was on, and then he got in trouble again just recently because he was peeing in a cup on a Zoom call or something. That was funny because he goes, "Oh, I didn't know my video was on," and he's like getting changed. Oh dear. Oh, who was it? It was the minister from Quebec. What's his name? Yes, Stan TV's like Netflix, I believe. Politician in cup. I'm not getting into that cup. Here it is. It was in May because I found someone told me that he was peeing. He was peeing. He's going to have counselling. Your Canadian PM, Ellie. Really? Over here, everyone likes him. Drats. Yeah. This is him. Canadian MP caught on camera urinating weeks after naked incident. A Canadian MP is temporarily stepping down from some duties and is seeking assistance after being caught on camera urinating during parliamentary proceedings a month after being caught on camera naked. During a virtual appearance. Yes, so it says, last night while attending the House of Commons proceedings virtually in a non-public setting, I urinated without realising it. I was on camera. Why don't you just... Amos was talking on the phone at his desk when he decided to urinate in a cup rather than pause or end his call. This still cracks me up. He didn't publicly pee in a cup, Christoph Van always. He was in his office, but on a call. Oh, it would have been in May. So I'll repeat what he was talking on the phone at his desk when he decided to urinate in a coffee cup rather than pause or end his call. And only a few weeks earlier, he was caught on camera naked during a virtual appearance. This one no one saw, they only heard. Yeah, so anyway. So it says, the Quebec-based lawmaker said he would be seeking assistance but did not make clear what type of help he was looking for. What peak was that? Uh, well, yes, we did see him naked in his office. They had the Zoom call. They had to do an investigation as to how that picture got leaked. And then it goes, he first came to media attention in April after a screenshot was leaked to the media showing him completely naked after an internal government video feed. At the time, he said he was changing into work clothes after a jog and did not realize his camera was turned on. Yeah, we did talk about the naked guy, yeah. But it was blurred out though. So there you go. Oh, look at this headline. Matt Hancock, the one-time sex cop, now busted for a dodgy clinch. Oh, anyway. So that's the Canadian that peed in a cup. Canadian MP that peed in a cup and was also naked, but at different times. I just don't know why he wouldn't have paused the call. He won't be around to experience the impact of his politics. No, see, I'd much rather be talking about this type of stuff because this is funny stuff. Naked peeing Canadian MP, yeah. It's kind of it is, isn't it? Oh, really? Oh, wow. Oops. You reckon French judge? Is that the cat one? Oh, yeah, that's the cat filter. There's the Zoom filter one. Oh, I hate that. I hate it when people are on their phones in the toilet. It just annoys me so much. So, yeah, so this type of stuff I'd like to do and look at. Oh, dear. I usually pee in the toilet if Telemachia calls me. They never call back. Well, that's one way to get rid of it. I was teaching one time a student, and the sibling of that child was naked behind. Oh, yeah, that was fun. And there was another one where I've just done I've just googled funny Zoom stuff. So he's not making sense. All right, let's have a look at this one. This one's 35 quarantine conference calls gone hilariously wrong. And we'll finish up with this because I've gone over 2 hours and I don't like going super long. Oh, it was Brazil, not France. Okay. Maybe we can have it for tomorrow. Oh, yes. All right. Oh, yes. Awkward team meeting. This is the toilet one, I think. Oh, I've seen one where somebody gets changed, not realizing. I'll play the cat one. All right, I'll see if I can find it. Hang on. Let's look at this one first. So this is the not so secret bathroom trip. Not so secret bathroom trip. All right. This one says awkward team meeting. Hello, Cameron. We were talking about Canada just before, actually. All right. Here we go. Where do I play it? I should play it here. I should just be able to press that. Here we go.
Goodbye. All right. Hope you guys saw. You guys. Tony! Can you hear us? Tony! Oh no! Jen, call him. Oh my god! Text a couple pictures of that. Oh boy. What's up? Tony, I can see you. We can all see you.
Oh, that was funny. All right, number 2. My boss turned herself into a potato in a Microsoft Teams meeting. Can't figure out how to turn this setting off. And she's stuck like this the entire meeting. Oh, it's just a photo. So it says my boss turned herself into a potato. It can't figure out how to turn this. She was stuck like this for the whole meeting. How could you take her seriously? Do not apologize when your pets jump onto the frame, into the Zoom frame on Zoom calls. Was just in a conference with the CEO of a major US org, and Muffin jumped on my lap, and the whole conversation stopped. Is that a cat? Show me the cat. Everyone needs a cat. Oh boy, I want the videos. Behind every successful woman is an unsuccessful man not wearing pants. Oh no, I know where this is going. I don't think he'll win. I don't know that ScoMo will win. Oh no. My kid just walked into my video conference, yelled, "Look at my penis." Then hit the button on his fart machine. Working from home is really great. Enter the first Zoom session for my World Theatre History 2 class. Classmates, what are the grades going to be like? My teacher, listen, it's the F apocalypse. I really don't care. As long as you come to the Zoom sessions, everyone is getting A. I love being a theatre major. Day 3 of work from home, and my family started screaming while I was in a meeting, and my co-worker remarked, now I understand why you prefer to go into the office every day. If you do work from home and have a Skype meeting, always consider if the art on the wall is A, in shot, B, appropriate. Oh. When you walk into your work from home office and realize your new co-worker just video called your boss. Anyone dealing with a lot of new co-workers? No, I haven't. Oh, that'd be funny. Oh. Just started talking to my... I've done this. I just started talking to my cat in the middle. I've actually done this in class. Talking to the cat. It's happened to me. Pro tip, if you and your husband are both working from home, check to see if he's on a 4-way video call before running past the office naked to get a towel from the linen closet. Day 2 of COVID prompted work from home. Now down my routine by emulating my office schedule. 5:45 wake up, our workout, shower, dress, no pajamas this time, and sat down to work when I would normally leave for work. 2 hours of extra productivity. Work from home diary day 1. Power went out during recording. Construction workers are extra loud today. Daughter walked in on a meeting singing I like bananas at the top of her lungs. Oh, this one. Oh, this one. No, that one's unavailable. Every work from home meeting so far. I'm sorry, you go. No, sorry, what was I saying? No, I'm sorry, you were saying something. Go ahead. No, sorry, you go. 5 voices speak at once. Suddenly no one speaks. Slow portal Zoom intensifies during awkward. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can find it. My wife was doing her webcast for her pre-K class, but YouTube shut it down for copyright infringement because I was watching WrestleMania in the background. Me, nobody. Me thinking my mic is off. Why is she still talking? I thought this was over. My teacher, friend, you might want to mute yourself. Well, that's true. Oh, that is true. Day 1 of online classes, and my teacher asked me a question, so I unmuted myself at the same time. I went to answer. My mother yelled, Kelsey, get your butt down here, dinner's ready and I'm hungry. So yeah, I think the rest of this semester is going to go rather well. big work from home learning from you. Remind Ryan to put on some clothes before he goes into the bathroom first thing in the morning. Today he walked past my team video call butt naked. It's so funny. I can't read this one. You will have to read it. Whole house work from home. I whispered I love you loudly in what turned out to be my spouse's active meeting the headset mic. The subject of every work from home Zoom meeting is actually, oh, so that's where you live. Work from home. Day 1, crisp shirt, fresh jeans, seize the day. Day 2, sweatpants, yesterday's underwear. Day 3, seriously questions the value of showering and shaving. Day 4, takes first 2 conference calls from bed. During social distancing, it's important to remember good conference call etiquette. Awkward silence. Can you hear me? Weird small talk because someone is 10 minutes late. Beep bop. Strange crunch. Heavy breathe. Oops, sorry, you go ahead. Sorry, no, you. Beep bop. Bye. What did you, Karen Bluebird? Claus math. When I Google home, just answer the question. Have you had that happen? So someone says, I'm in a work from home meeting and my Google Home just answered the question someone on the video call asked, unprompted. This AM, work from home and then prepping for 5 meetings. Me, I don't have to put on makeup. Camera's pretty blurry. No one's going to see this nose. First meeting, co-worker. There's something stuck to your nose. Is it food? Subsequent meeting. Me, it's a zit. Let's move on. Oh. Has it trigger? Happy? I dropped a Pringle crumb down my shirt in my Zoom class. Now I have to sit here for the next 45 minutes or so with a cheddar-flavoured chip crumb in between my boobs. Nothing worse than showing up to the wrong class in the wrong country.
I'm sorry? I don't care if you were given the code. Can you exit the meeting, please?
Am I in the wrong meeting?
You're in the wrong meeting, sir. Yes, you are.
Is this an American meeting?
This is an American meeting, sir. Yes, it is.
I must have pressed 0 and pressed 8.
Yes, you did. So sorry about that, but thank you so much for exiting. I appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Sorry about that, guys.
What do I do now?
Michael?
Wrong class in the wrong country. I made my first Zoom fail. I actually invited one of our founders to my family's cocktail hour last night. We had a good laugh, but whoops. When your class changes, pass, fail.
It was given up here up top, the 38 units at the LIFO. Looks great. Can we please not? That'd be great. Miles? Don't.
Oh no!
Please don't. Alright. It was given up here up top, the 38 units at the LIFO.
Oh yeah, that's right. I can switch it off. Do you want me to switch it off? Has anyone else forgotten they were in a video call for work and just lifted their shirt over their head? My online class.
Now, the policy, I haven't posted that one yet. Somebody getting a weave? Girl, get over here and do my hair. Now, the
There you go. That was them. That was all of those. So anyway, on that note, we're gonna I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you for joining me. Where did I go? I disappeared. Thank you for joining me. I hope you've had a good laugh. We'll see what we can find tomorrow for more Zoom files. I'll try and find the ones that everyone's talking about tomorrow. I'll make a note of those. But I'm going to... It's a great way to finish. I should do this every night. Yeah, we might do it every night. Just a good lighthearted finish. Yeah. So everyone, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day, great evening. And I'll catch you next time.